Hello everybody, it's Josh and this is my mom Rachel.
Hi everyone. Today we are going to talk to you about platypuses. How many of you out there have ever seen a platypus before? Have you seen a platypus before, Josh?
No, but
no.
I'm Mr. Platypus.
We got a Beanie Baby that's a platypus. He's missing his tail. He needs a tail to be a real platypus, but this is a Beanie Baby platypus.
I'm Mr. Platypus.
So this week is all about unusual creatures. And the very first creature that I thought of, or unusual animals I should say, it's the very first animal that I thought of.
Me.
Platypus, right here. This one is crazy unusual, but they're so cool. And I'm gonna talk to you about why they are so cool. Now here's a picture of an adult platypus. Now do you guys see, it's got a bill. Have you ever seen a mammal with a bill, like a duck bill? Have you? Oh, that's just crazy. And then check out this. It's got a really flat tail. It's a tail like a beaver. You know, beavers have those really big tails. And then it's kind of got a real flat body there, and it's got webbed feet. Can you see the webbed feet right there? What mammal has webbed feet? Have you ever seen a mammal with webbed feet? No?
But I have a question.
What's your question?
Where do these guys live?
Where do they live? That's an excellent question, but I have one more really unusual feature about them before I get to that.
Okay.
They lay eggs. They lay eggs.
They're a bird, they're a duck, and they're a beaver.
Yeah, I know. They're like, that's just mind-blowing crazy. There are only like 2 mammals in the whole world that lay eggs. That is just insane. And platypus is one of them. And I'm gonna show up, before I show you the video, Josh asked me where they live. Okay,
I have one more thing to tell them.
This map is gonna be kind of busy for you guys to look at, but this is the best I can do right now. So here is Florida. This is where we live in the United States, Florida. And if you travel all the way over to the other side of the globe, there's a country right there that's called Australia. And then there's another country right there, Tasmania. So guess what? Platypuses live on the other side of the world, in Australia and Tasmania.
But how did they get here? Because they're at the zoo, right?
They are at the zoo, so I'm guessing they've been bred in captivity, or at least I hope they haven't been taken from the wild to bring to the zoos in the United States. But they're probably bred in captivity. And yeah, so you can see them swimming, and they're really cool animals. Okay, so I'm gonna show you a quickie video.
Hold on.
What?
Can I ask a question?
Sure, what's your other question?
I don't have a question, but they are not they can't be pink.
They're not actually pink. Does this look like a real animal to you guys? No, that's just silly, isn't
They
it?
can't be any color but except like dark gray.
Dark gray, they're kind of like a brownish color. Like a brown. You see here? Kind of brown. And then here's some cute little baby platypuses. Sometimes they're called puggles, a baby platypus, but that's not an actually correct name, but people call them puggles. Usually just baby platypus is the correct name, but they're kind of a brown color. Now I'm gonna show you a picture or a video of them swimming. Let's see how well this is gonna work for you guys to watch. Can I get it to play? Oh, here we go. All right, so there is platypus swimming through the rocks. Can you guys see it? Look at it, they're kind of flat and they're real sleek. You know what's really trippy about these guys? Is they are swimming with their eyes closed, their ears closed, and their nose closed, their nostrils. They're holding their breath for about 2 minutes while they're swimming. And you see that bill on him? It's got special sensors. They have like a 5th or a 6th sense organ. You know how we have our 5 senses? What are our 5 senses again, Josh?
Our nose, smell,
touch. It's in your mouth. Taste.
And
what about your eyes?
C.
C, and what's our fifth one?
Dun, 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 dun. Ears.
Ears, hearing, that's right. So we have 5 senses. Well, this guy has 6 senses. He's got special sense organs in his bill. So when he is swimming underwater, he can sense other creatures. There's like electrical pulses that are going through. So he can somehow, it's kind of crazy to me, but critters in the rivers and streams, they send out electrical pulses, and this guy can detect them with his eyes closed. And did you see his bill rooting through the rocks like that? That's him hunting. Isn't that pretty cool?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Can I tell them something?
What do you want to tell them?
I
You
forgot.
don't remember? You don't remember? Well, maybe it'll come to you. But do you know what? They don't have any teeth either. So they really have a bill like a duck. Yes.
They 5 plus 1, I think, equals 6.
That's right. They got 6 senses, and they don't have teeth either. So they take the food into their
Mouth.
bill, and they kind of have like these pouches in here,
And they crush it.
And they crush it. That's right. They mash it up like this. They mash it up using their bill. They got these pads, like hard pads inside there. And they also use the rocks and gravel that they pick up while they're hunting for their food and mash it up, and then they swallow it. What? They don't even have teeth. That is just plain crazy. And then another really crazy thing is, you know how most mammals, like we're a mammal, a lion's a mammal, an elephant's a mammal, like there's all kinds of big animals that are mammals out there. These guys are venomous. Like you think of venomous snakes or a venomous frog or even like a bee. They have a special spike that comes off the back of their paw, or I guess you want to call this a claw or web, or their paw, their webbed paw, and they got a special spike. But only the males, only the boy ones have a venom spike. I don't know if we can see it.
See it.
Can you see it?
I take it closer. If you can see Joe's class.
Yeah, I want to see they have it. You can't tell in this picture if they have it or not. There's another one. It could be this one here. I don't know. But see, they got claws there. So there's supposed to be one of these claws up in this area that can put out venom. That's just crazy because very few other mammals can do that.
And their DNA has 4 DNAs, right?
Their DNA has 4 DNAs? What do you mean?
They have a duck DNA. They have a beaver DNA.
I see what you're saying. Yes, they believe platypuses are derived from lots of different animals way back when. So they have a lot of ancestors that possibly were duck, possibly other things out there. Or not duck, but bird. Because they lay eggs, so most likely they came from something like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Okay.
And can I tell them one more thing?
What other thing do you want to tell them? You want you to get in the video. They can't see you.
They have one more DNA.
One more thing. What?
The part snake, because they're poisonous.
You think they're part snake? Oh, I don't know. That might be something you all can research. I don't know about that. But what time, Josh, what time of day do you think these guys swim?
Nighttime?
Nighttime. That's right. What is nighttime called? If an animal is awake and active at night, what is that called?
I think it's nocturnal.
That is right. It is nocturnal. So these guys, which is another trippy thing, so it is nighttime, eyes closed, ears closed, nose closed, and they're using their bill and they're rooting through. I mean, they're really blind underwater except for their bill. And they have amazing accuracy and able to hunt down other animals. So they eat like shellfish and worms and little crayfish and mollusks and stuff in the bottom of the river. So that's pretty crazy to me. All right, and then their young, who they call puggles. So I have here, they lay 1 or 2 eggs in a burrow. So they swim in the water. They spend about 10 to 12 hours of the day swimming in the water, hunting for food. Josh is waving our platypus around over here. Hunting for food. But then then they live in a burrow. And that's where mamas lay their babies' eggs. So the mama lays the eggs, and where's my babies? Where did the baby pictures go? So then 1 to 2 weeks later, little babies are born. But they don't look like this when they're born. No, they're really, 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 really little. And they are, what did I write down here? They hatch after 10 days. So they've only been in the egg for 10 days. The babies are very tiny. They have no hair. And they're blind. Oh my gosh, and they're blind. And if you can think of it, imagine them like a little gummy bear. You know those tasty gummy bears that you get? That's what a baby platypus looks like when it's born. And then a few months later, it looks like this. And then it'll go out on its own and start hunting. But it nurses on mommy for a good 4 months.
Can I show them a picture of a baby platypus?
Do you have a picture of a baby platypus?
I can look it up on my
Oh, Josh wants to look it up on his tablet. All right. So next, what else do I have here? Oh, I can't believe I forgot about this. Platypuses are so unusual that when they first discovered platypuses, when there was people exploring and they went to Australia and Tasmania, the first time they saw them, they thought it was a joke. They're like, what kind of crazy creature is this? It has a bill. It's got webbed feet. It's got a wide tail. I mean, if they couldn't figure out what it was because it was just this combination of all these different animals. Are you still trying to find a picture, Josh? Here, if you go to click images right there. Click images, and you can pull up a picture of them.
Okay, I found it.
Which one? That's actually not a real one. You can show them, but that's not a real one.
Can you?
Yeah, show it to them so they know what you're looking at. Come in.
Okay.
All right.
There's a baby.
Josh is looking at this little baby. That baby's actually not real. That's a fake one. It's a little plastic toy. This one might be real.
I'm trying to find a little.
Another one? Okay, so in your packets, friends, you can have your mom and dad pull it up. But there is the life cycle of the platypus, which we kind of went over a little bit. So it says, first, a mama platypus lays her eggs in a burrow. So here's the burrow, here's the river, and there's a burrow right here. It's this hole. A burrow is kind of a hole in the bank of the river, in the dirt. And she lays her eggs in there, okay? Hold on, Josh, let me get through this first.
Okay.
And then the mama, she keeps them warm by curling her tail around them. See, mama, here's mama, and here's the egg, and her tail is wrapped around it, keeping it nice and warm. So she is incubating the egg. She's keeping it warm. All right, and then a baby platypus hatches from the egg. Here's little baby platypuses. And then, what do we have next? Then we have a baby platypus is called a puggle. Not technically correct, but a lot of people use the term puggle. So it's okay if you want to call it a puggle. We'll allow you to do that. And then soon the puggle will become an adult platypus. He grows up, or the baby grows up, and they become a mama. And now she can lay her own eggs. You see? There's a life cycle of the platypus. And then also, I included in the kit, I know a lot of you love to do dot to dots, so I have a dot to dot of a platypus. And see how quickly, maybe you can raise yourself and see how quickly you can go through the numbers. So Josh, did you find what you wanted to?
I need some help.
What happened? I don't know. Let's click on this. Josh has gone kind of crazy here, friends. I'm not sure what happened. I don't know. But that's okay. They've seen plenty of pictures.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Let me check this real quick, but I think we got everything. Oh. So the name platypus actually means flat-footed. So, but their feet are actually kind of webbed. So they're a webbed flat foot. Okay? Think of it like a frog. Now their frog's feet are well webbed. You know, next time you see a frog, take a look at the feet and you'll see what I'm talking about. All right, you ready, Josh? I think it's time to sign off.
Hold on.
All right, come on. It's time to sign off.
I know how to.
Okay, I'm going to do it for you then. This is your chance. All right. Ready? What do you say?
Bye. I'm Mr. Platypus.
Bye, Mr. Platypus. All right, friends, I hope you learned some really cool things about platypuses, and maybe you can Google and see if you can find some other videos to watch of platypuses, because they're really cute. That's a stuffed animal platypus. Josh is going to town over here on his tablet because he's now all really interested in platypuses, and I hope you are too. What'd you find?
Found it.
What'd you find? Oh, that's the one you wanted? Let me see if I can pull it up. He's got some technical difficulties going on here, guys.
I do indeed.
I understand.
It will take a while.
I don't think it's gonna work. It's just pulled up a movie. But there's the picture that he's trying to pull up is of a little itty bitty baby platypus. I mean, it's like minuscule, and it's naked, and it's blind, and it's hairless. And it looks like a little gummy bear. So that's what he was trying to pull up. So why don't you go ahead and Google that, friends, and see if you can find it. And they're quite cute. Okay, we will see you guys later. You ready, Josh? You ready? You ready? You ready? All right.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
See
Mr.
ya.
Platypus.